Hey guys, it's me Elizabeth. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the second bookshelf in the categorizing books in my parents' book library, and I actually came up with an idea for this one. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. I guess it could be, but I figured I could actually try and film a bit more of the progress this time and a bit more of me doing this because I can use this app on my old phone. And I figured that's a cool idea. Why don't I use this app on my old phone? Also, if I use this app on my old phone, I can catalog all of my parents' books on my old phone, and then on my new phone, I can log into my account and catalog my books on my phone. I don't know, does that seem a lot tacky? Yeah, but anyways, I figured that's a good idea, use my old phone, because then I can actually film a bit more of the process of me doing this. I have my next bookshelf that I would like to tackle, and that is actually a bookshelf or two bookshelves that are right outside my door in my bedroom. Are shelf victims number 2 and 3. Technically they're two shelves, but I just kind of count it as one area section shelf. But it's kind of a giant mix of stuff on this shelf. We have these things, which are books that I've never really looked at in my life, but there's some sort of collection of books from like the 90s, 80s. I think it's 80s, yeah, 85, I don't know, some sort of dictionary or something like that. Anyways, I don't really actually know what those are, because I've never really looked at that. Also, this might actually be like a thing to some people, but there's some right here as well. I feel like that's a bad plan. But we've just got a mix, like there's some Harry Potter books. A lot of these, like, books and stuff actually were my brother's. Some of these, like, I would put these on my shelves if they were mine, but they're not. So, yeah, we just kind of have a mix of random stuff. And I'm gonna go through it. I guess I'll just pull off one of these, see what's happening. I doubt there's, like, an ISBN somewhere to scan, but might as well. Maybe there's an ISBN. Okay. Oh, I have to make a new shelf. Okay. I'm questioning if this is gonna scan one book or whether they're gonna scan a set, which is one book. There's like 50 of these books, so that's gonna be fun. I did 1991, so I'm gonna do the rest of these ones later because I don't need to organize this per se because they're already technically organized. But I'm going to pull up all the other books. Also, I'm thinking I'm going to move all of these world books to the bottom of the shelf. And then I can, because there's still some on the bottom here, so I can span all of the world books across the bottom. Mere Christianity Study Guide. That's kind of cool. The Navigator. I need to read that book again. Sometimes I look at the books we have and I'm like, why do we own this? Spanish and English. English and Spanish. Interesting. Okay folks, we mostly have finished the shelves. I actually made it so that one of the shelves is empty and one of the spaces on the shelf. And I have an idea, but I don't know if it's allowable. I have to ask my parents. But here's what the shelves in question will look like. Obviously you can see, I don't know if I showed you on the other shelf, but I added some tape and put the genre. Down here we have the world books, continued world books, some other book collections, and a couple of fantasy. Then over here, classics, children's books, random books, history books, and this, I just titled this Ben's Fantasy because it's mostly all of my brother's fantasy, so I figured I'd just specify that, I don't know. And then we have the empty shelf. Like I said, I have an idea, but I don't know if I'm allowed to do that idea, so if I am, then I'll tell you it. If not, then we'll just leave it in the air that I have an idea. Mission approved. I don't know if you can read that. I just asked if I could put some of my books. I figured since there were a few books that I could have put on here, but I found a different spot for them that was better, and I figured since this was going to be mostly empty anyways that I would just find a different spot. But basically I was like, I personally have a giant stack of books on my floor, and I was like, if there's going to be like an empty shelf, why don't I ask if I can use it for my books? So now I have a shelf to use for my books, so let's do that. So these are my books that are on my floor. I'm gonna figure out which books. I'm gonna pick from this stack, I think, because this is a stack that I have that I know I'm gonna keep. Start with like the middle grade books, because I feel like I should like make it, you know, a specific genre. I don't know if you can tell, but the stack has exponentially shrunk, which is actually really good because the stack on the closest to the wall there was really high, and I keep adding more books to the top. Now when I keep adding, it's not going to be as tall, so it's not going to be like it's going to fall over. Ready to see the shelf? And I put all middle grade fantasy. Books I found on this shelf finds that I want to pull off and take with me because I want to either read them or whatever. First, Shagwain the Green Knight by J.R.R. Tolkien. I've been waiting to read this, and there were actually 2 copies of this, so I took the copy I thought looked cooler. I'm just stealing this. I'm gonna read it at some point. Also, there's 2 copies, so who cares, right? And then also this one. It's Luther the Leader by Virgil Robinson. Eventually at some point I'm doing this video idea thing or thing that I want to learn about a person every month, and Luther is someone I want to learn about hopefully in the month of August, so I figured I'd pull this off since it's a nice short book. I could maybe read this and learn a little bit about him. I want to read more stuff, but this is a good start, right? So that is it for this bookshelf revamp slash cataloging. I did catalog all of the books. There were a couple I had to do manually. Actually, I didn't do any manually for this one because all the ones that I would have had to do manually were super old books, and I just decided to throw them on the shelf out there where all the old books lie because I was like, I don't want to put this in manually right now. But I did catalog all the books. There's a few books that I put back on the other shelf. For the first shelf I did because they fit better and there was a gap in the top, so it fit. But that is all of the shelves for this video. That's kind of one space. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below. If you're into history, historical fashion, or sewing, check out my other channel linked below. I will see you in the next one. I hope you have your own fun reading adventures. Bye.